everyone, what's going on? So today you are watching a video on YouTube by Do Work Exotics. So today we got a fun one. I made a very common mistake that most first-time Ferrari owners do, especially with these models of 550, 355, 348, that kind of whole 90s era, even the 360s and on. They have a certain thing that's unique about them. It's called these immobilizers. So the mistake I made was I accidentally bought this car with only one key. So to most used cars, that's no big deal. A lot of people only have one key. Well, with these cars, the key is not just the most important part. The second most important part, and practically almost the first, is the little immobilizer fob. This is a little electronic fob that sends out radio frequencies that turns off the alarm system to start the car. If you've noticed anyone starting one of these Ferraris, you have to click the fob, then they can start the car. If you don't click the fob, you will not be able to start the car at all. It's really unique, it's really interesting, and not many other cars have a system like that. So when I bought the car, I didn't think it was a big deal. Whatever, I can get another key made, or I can figure it out. Well, what do I do, or what does most people do when they have a car like this and they need to do some research? They call the dealership. So I called the dealer and I said, I only have one black fob with one key. I'd like to get another key made with some extra fobs. So why do I want another fob? Because if that battery dies, let's say I'm out on a nice evening drive or with a cruise with my buddies, we stop, I get back in the car to start it and my fob is dead, I can't start the car. I'm literally stranded then and stuck. Second mistake I made. Most of these cars, well, they have a PIN code to their alarm system. You can actually key in the PIN with the ignition switch, with the key, the hard key, and if you don't have the fob. This car doesn't have the PIN code either. But being a 20-plus-year-old Ferrari, and it's had changed hands a couple times, a lot of these used Ferraris do not have the PINs. So there was 2 strikeouts by me. So I want to fix this. How do I fix it? Called the Ferrari dealership like everyone else. I said, I don't have the PIN and I have one fob. And they said, well, what kind of fob do you have? The red fob or the black fob? Didn't know this made a difference. Take note, when you buy a used Ferrari, try to get, first of all, as many fobs as you can. Secondly, get the red fob. You need a red fob. The red fob is called the master. The master they can actually code off of very easily. The black one they can't code off of. So what does this mean? This means you have to pull the code off of the immobilizer itself, the big box, and then get the code and recode new switches. The dealership even told me they would have to call the factory, give them my VIN, and find out what my PIN is so they could code new fobs. This would equal up to over $2,000 worth of work. I'm not doing that. So what do I turn to? Ferrari Chat. Ferrari Chat is an amazing resource for the Ferrari community. I use it for my Audi on AudiZine. Use forums, you guys, because forums are amazing. They help out so much. So let me tell you what I did. Okay, so I made a post on Ferrari Chat and I said, guys, I'm in dire need, I need help. I bought this car with only one key, only one black fob key. What do I do? And immediately, Ferrari Chat's amazing. You honestly get a response usually within an hour. It's incredible. And immediately, a guy said, hey, you have to contact Mark. He's a great guy. He will recode these for you perfectly and handle everything. So I reached out to Mark, and I have so many good things to say about this guy. He has helped out tremendously. He just was so receptive. I probably sent him 20 plus emails on, hey, how do I remove the seat? How do I remove the immobilizer? Are you sure this is correct? Blah, 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 blah. He sent me diagrams. Just a really nice guy, and I'm beyond happy to work with him on this, and it's so nice that he helped me out. So contacted Mark, and he said, yes, I can take the code off of the immobilizer or the PIN, but I'm gonna have to get your immobilizer and your black fob so he can code them all. And I said, okay, where is the immobilizer? So it's underneath the passenger seat. Like I just said, I've never taken out a seat of a car. I don't know how difficult is this. It's a Ferrari. Is there crazy tools or whatnot? I don't know. So he said, you can handle it, go for it. So I contacted my buddy Scotty and I said, hey, let's start taking off the seat. And that is exactly what we did. So I'm gonna walk you through how to take out a seat on a Ferrari 550. Once the seat is out, how to get to that immobilizer. It's underneath the carpet and like kind of in the floorboard. So take out the immobilizer, then I'm gonna send it, like I said, to Mark. He said his turnaround time is really quick. He's gonna recode me, he's gonna get me a red fob, a master, and then he's gonna make sure the 2 black fobs will work properly with it. And then he's actually gonna make me a new like pin sheet with my VIN on it that looks factory, like it's from Ferrari. I think that's so cool that he does that. And then ship them back. Then I'm gonna install the immobilizer, put everything together, make it look all clean again, throw the seat back in there, start her up and make sure she's running and good to go. And then I'm a happy camper. The best part of all this is it's gonna cost me half of what it costs to go to a dealership. So that's why I think these videos are so important and why I make these videos is I wanna show that the cost of ownership of this car, you can do it a lot cheaper than what some people think. Sure, you can take it to a dealer. Sure, they can handle it all. You don't even have to, grab a wrench. But it's kind of fun working on this thing. I'm enjoying it. I had a lot of fun with my buddy doing it. And I'm saving 50% off of the cost. So it's a good time. So let me show you guys exactly how we took out the seat. That moment when you know your car buddy is coming to help you in his Jeep with 35-inch tires, you can hear him from a mile away. Here he comes. Look at that thing. Okay, everyone, so I want to walk you through on how to take out your Ferrari 550 seat. This is the passenger seat. It's actually a lot more basic than you would imagine. It has your basic seat frame rails here, as you can see, and all you have to do is take out the bolts here. The best way to do it, there's 4, only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 on each corner. And what you need to do is you need to move the seat all the way forward. You'll see the bolts, they're plain as day. 1, 2, move the seat forward, get the rear ones, 1, 2. Then the seat really just lifts out. The biggest thing you do have to watch out is to take the connections out of the bottom. Let me show you. Okay, so here's the bottom of my 550 seat. The only connection you have to take out is this one right here. It's just your basic, pinch and pull type of connection. Everything else is already connected and you should have no problems. It's nice that there was only one connection there for the motor. I do have to say it is so cool looking at this seat, and most importantly, this little badge thing here. It's I don't know what this is. It's just a little sticker, but my favorite part is the date, November 6th, 1997. I think that is so cool. This means that this was on the assembly line somewhere. Maybe the guy that was doing the leather. I don't really specifically know, but it's so cool. This is in handwritten from 1997. I mean, to me, that is just, I don't know. It's just so cool. And it really shows how these cars are hand built versus, really being assembled by a robot. To me, I'm just geeking out about that little sticker. So that's really neat. Other than that, the seat just comes out really easily. So, to get it out of here, you're really gonna want 2 people. Let's open her up. So what we did is the whole sill here and really this panel and the whole door, because the leather is in such good condition. I did not want to scratch it at all. We put blankets like this all around here. Blankets here, blankets on the side sill, because this is in really good condition. I wanted to keep it like that. And then blankets here for the paint. And the seat's fairly heavy. It's a thick leather, 1990s Ferrari seat. So you definitely need 2 guys on it. I got underneath it. My buddy got the headrest out. You're gonna wanna pull the headrest out this way, and then you're gonna pull it out of the car. It's pretty easy, pretty basic. Just 2 guys makes it really easy. Let me show you the holes where the bolts were in and then the bolts themselves. Okay, so these are the bolts that will be in your Ferrari seat to take the seat out. Like I said, 1 on each corner, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what is this right here? So this cap's actually really important. It is from your seat and it goes right about here. And you're gonna see a little cover on this rail that holds in the seat belt. You're gonna wanna take this cover off. It's literally covering this here. So it's just like that. You're gonna take that cover off and it's gonna expose this bolt. You're gonna take the bolt off and then your seatbelt can easily come off. Like I said, it's really easy. 4 bolts, seatbelt bolt, you're done. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys where those holes were. Right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here's that one connection that you're gonna have to pull out. Like I said, they're really easy to get to. These are your frame rails, boom. Seat comes out fairly easy. This is where the next part gets a little tricky though. Now you have to lift open this mat and your immobilizer is down in there. Let me go on the other side to show you. Okay, so what I did is I have the carpet now peeled up. It actually comes up really easily. And here's my frame rails for the seat. Here is my, lo and behold, the immobilizer box. You can see the bolt on the top, the bolt on the side, bolts on the side there, 1 on the top and then 2 in the back there as well. This is the wire that comes out from there. It's for the motor. So the hard part about this is that there's this carpet that kind of is covering it up. You just have to peel it up and then take these 6 bolts out. Yes, there are 6 bolts holding this thing down. So kind of a bit of a pain because I didn't want to pull the carpet all the way up, so I only pulled it up halfway. So kind of a pain getting to those last kind of 3 bolts in the back here, but it made it, it was doable. Just kind of takes some effort, kind of takes some craning of your hands, but other than that, it takes no more than 10 minutes to get these bolts out. Okay, so here's the panel. Now you're gonna open it up once all the screws are out, and you're gonna see 2 boxes. There's one box here, and then there's another one right next to it. That is the immobilizer one. We've already taken it out. It is held in with 3 connector pins right here. 1, 2, 3. Once again, pretty hard to see. Let me see if I can get a better picture of those. Okay, so these are the 3 connector pins. They're just little black connector pins, but there's only 3 of them. They're the pinch and pull type, so you really just pinch and pull them. But like I said, it's pretty easy to get to. So the way I tackled to get in there, I had my one buddy hold open the carpet here, and then I actually sat in the driver's seat, and I was able to kind of, reach over the side here to get those bolts out. They're a little tricky to get to, but once you get to them, they're really easy to take out. Okay, then the moment of truth. You lift open that cover, there are 2 boxes. This is the larger of the 2. What you want to do is unscrew this one. There are 4 little bolts here, 1, 2, 3. You take them out very easily, and then here are the 3 connector pins. I'm gonna get the light on there. See those 3 connector pins? They're just your typical pinch and pull. So you can see the little tab up at the top right there. 1, 2, 3. You pinch and pull those, and it comes out very easily. This right here is the immobilizer portion that Mark will need to recode your fobs and to get you some new fobs. Since, like I said, I only have the black fob, he cannot code off of my fob. He needs the immobilizer. So this is what I've been working hard for to get. Now I'm gonna ship this to Mark. He is going to, like I said, pull the code off of it, get me new fobs, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so going over this fob issue here. As you can see, this is a black fob. When you buy a Ferrari of this era, ask what kind of fob it comes with. If it comes with only 1 black fob, this is exactly what I bought with my car. If it only comes with this black fob, that means you are going to have to send your immobilizer, like I am, to Mark to have a new fob coated and especially get the red one. If your car comes with a red one, that's even better. Now you do not need to send him the immobilizer. You can send him the red fob only and he can code new fobs off of that one. The red fob can be codable. The black ones cannot. I know, this is very confusing. All you guys that actually own these cars, I'm sure you understand how confusing the immobilizer is to begin with. To all the people out there that are looking to buy one, remember, ask if it just comes with 1 fob. Now that I know what I know, I could have negotiated more on the deal. I could have said, hey, it only comes with 1 fob. I'm gonna have to spend a little bit of money to get a new fob here, and then you can negotiate. So that is just my tip on Ferrari buying 101. So I still would recommend getting the master made, just for the peace of mind. So when I say peace of mind, this is what I mean. I'm cruising with my buddies. we stop at a restaurant, we get back in our cars. Let's say the battery dies in this, because this has a little battery in it. Let's say the battery dies in this. I technically could not start my car, especially if I didn't have the pin, which I do not have the pin. So, you know, it's just kind of a word of advice is that, you know, it's nice having a couple fobs, because that really makes it easier for this situation. In case it would die, you can always go grab another fob and start your car. With me, I just have this one fob. The minute this guy dies, I am out of luck. Okay guys, so I'm about to go ship the immobilizer and my black fob to Mark. On top of that, I have to give it the VIN for my car so that he can make that nice little plate, little form thing that shows my PIN. Really cool that he does that. So I'm gonna go ship it, and he'll be getting it, and then he's gonna ship it back to me after he codes it. So just to recap, to kind of get everyone up to speed on what we just did. We took out the seat. That's the big thing you have to do. Remember, it's just 4 bolts, seatbelt bolt, you're done. Take out the seat, pull up the carpet. Now you have your immobilizer cover. The cover has 6 bolts in there. You want to take those bolts all out. You're going to flip the cover over, boom. You have the immobilizer right there, pretty easy to get to. And you are going to then ship the bigger of the two, the big immobilizer, to Mark. Mark's then going to code it, send it back to me. We're going to plug her in and start her up. So let's go get that thing shipped. Okay, here we are pulling up to FedEx, and I do have the bag with the immobilizer in it, my VIN, and my 1 single black fob. Okay guys, so I got the package from Mark. We're gonna open it up with Cooper's help. Oh well. Like I said, got it done really quick, really efficiently, and look, it's boom, already back in my possession. So I'm really impressed with this turnaround. So let's see what he got here. First of all, this is my pin paper, and with the pin on it. It's really cool looking. It has my pin code. So first of all, it looks like we are unboxing the fobs. So these are the new fobs. Like I said in the video, this is the Red Master fob. Here are the 2 other black ones. You need the Red Master one. See, Cooper's a big help with this. Go on. You need the Red Master fob is the one you can code off of, remember? This is the one I did not have. I only had the black fob. They look great. They're really, I mean, they're in brand new condition. Pretty awesome, actually extremely awesome. Then, what he had to use to get the code off of the machine was the immobilizer. So then here is the factory immobilizer that we took off just a couple days ago. So we're gonna reinstall this right now, and then we're gonna make sure the fobs work and start her up. Okay, so I've got the key, and I have the new red immobilizer that Mark sent. We're gonna see if it works. So let's give it a go. Haven't started this thing for like 2.5 months, so it's gonna be quite the cold start. Let's see if I remember how to start this. Oh, it's blinking, Scott. Out of here.
If you can get your hand in there and put that one in, I've got it lined up.
Okay. I'll try this one. Oh God, I guess it doesn't matter. They're all different anyway. So here it is underneath the carpet. That's the immobilizer box. As you saw in the video, the car started up, so we already have the immobilizer in. Now we're just kind of piecing it back together, screwing the screws back in, put the carpet down, put the seat in, we're good. Seat's actually the easy part at this point. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of get the butt.
Yeah, you want to get the back?
You want to get the back, and we're just gonna, like I said, we'll tip her and just get it in here. I mean, it's gonna be tight.
Okay, so like, all right, you said bottom first, right?
Can I put my hand there?
Yeah, just see. What I'm gonna do. Okay. You're good?
Yeah, I'm gonna let go of it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna flip it around.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Line her up.
Yeah, we need to go. There we go. Actually, dude,
What's up?
that looks really good.
Really?
Yeah, we're close enough.
Get one or two
Let me
bolts in.
Let me plug her in first.
Okay. I wouldn't.
There you have it, just like that. The seat is back in and working well. Look at that. Look at that. That's a nice job, well done. So seat's in, Immobilizer works. I'm happy. So that bolt is the only thing that holds in the seatbelt. We'll give it a nice tighten up, and then it's just a cover that goes over that bolt to make it look all nice and pretty. Okay, so thank you so much, Mark. I have my red fob, it worked great. I'm sure all the others do as well since it's the same pin. Once again, give Mark a shout out. I'm gonna post his website right down here. It's also in the link in description. Big help, man, appreciate it. Car sounds great. It's still winter out here in Ohio, so I hope I can get it out in the next couple months. Hasn't been running for about 2.5 months, started up great, and I'm very pleased, so I appreciate it. Thanks, Mark, give him a shout out. Hey, if you're new to my channel, give it a subscribe. I have some new Ferrari content coming out, showing you how you can own these cars for a fraction of the price than what most people think by giving Mark a shout out and others. So I appreciate it. Have a good one.